what happens if the jury is hung? Do you repeat the whole thing again in a few months?
Well, if the jury is hung, most likely before they even get there, the judge will give them an instruction to go ahead and go back and try harder, try to deliberate. But if they're hung, you know, not really. We won't go back here. It's up to Amber Heard or Johnny Depp what they want to do in terms of procedurally. But when they're hung, they're going to say that, hey, one of the elements were not really. Well, here it's, let me back up. It's unanimous jury that's needed in Virginia. There's 7 jurors. It has to be unanimous. If even one juror says no, then in any of those elements, then whoever they say no to loses. It's either Johnny Depp or Amber Heard.
And Katherine.
A hung jury is a situation where, after deliberations, a jury cannot come to a unanimous verdict of guilt or innocence. Under the Constitution, a person charged with a crime has the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And if they have a jury trial, all of the jurors must unanimously find them guilty before they can be found guilty. If the jury cannot unanimously find them guilty, then they're either found not guilty because the jury is unanimous in favor of not guilty, or you get what's called a hung jury or a deadlock jury or a mistrial, which is all the same thing. And what that means is that the jury cannot come to a unanimous decision in favor of guilt or innocence. So what happens to the defendant in a case like this, if you get a hung jury, is that the defendant remains free. And it's up to the government to decide whether or not to try to take that person to trial again. But in the meantime, the defendant remains free and will not have that conviction on their record unless and until they have another trial, and unless and until a separate jury unanimously finds them guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.